Hey guys, Cloudwolf here, and today I was just slain by a villager. So if you were checking out the snapshots, everybody is losing their minds over some new entities, which I won't discuss in this video, but specifically the /damage command, because it is a lot easier to go over than that monstrosity. But anyways, so what you just saw is that I am able to create damage that is done to the player from a location and by an entity, or just arbitrary damage if you want for the simple use case. And I will obviously be going back and revamping a lot of my data packs that require this, but it makes damage so much easier. And one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that it also makes knockback a little bit easier, because I can specify, as you saw there, the villager is literally knocking me back because of the damage, which is just really cool. Side feature of it. So on the website, there is a description of the command. This actually goes over all the changes in the snapshot, but we're just looking at the damage, and also damage type is something that I'll just mention, and the fact that they changed the way the damage type works, so you can actually change the messages that get said when a player takes damage or dies from something. There's a lot of detailed cool stuff you can do here, which I may do in the future, but we're going over the damage command. So the damage command basically adds a target, an amount, a damage type, and a damage location. These are optional. And then these other ones are optional. And so you just have to do /damage, the entity, so add s, and you can specify how much damage. Now, I can't do 0, because it will say that I'm invulnerable. And so this may be changed in the future. I am making this video a little bit preemptively out of it being excited, and I may update the video if significant changes happen, but it seems pretty stable in the way it is. Maybe they'll let you do 0 damage. I wish you could. But if you're invulnerable, you can't deal damage. But if you could deal damage, then it will actually deal the damage like that. And so maybe to get past the invulnerability thing, you just give the players regeneration. But so you can specify how much damage to do. So 1, 2, 3, however many you want. You can't do negatives to heal, which it might be changed in the future, and I hope they do. But that's just the basics. It's pretty simple to actually work with. Now, the next part is a little bit more complicated. So this is how you were hurt. And so this is where you come into the new thing of damage types, which say what message and what happens when a player takes certain damage. And so if you drown, then if you died from this damage, it would give you the message saying you drowned. And so for this command, what I did was I said mob attack, which means that all the things that happen when a mob hits you happens when this damage is applied. We can also do explosion. And then we can specify at or by. So at lets us specify a location that the explosion comes from. And then by lets us specify an entity that dealt it. And so we can do at e type equals villager, limit equals 1, which allows us to have a custom death message from the villager and also to trigger advancements, which is really useful. If you're building a huge system that has advancements trigger when certain things deal damage, and so you want to simulate that damage. And then we can also specify from and then from an entity. And so the from is basically an additional argument that allows you to do things, simulate cases like arrows. So if you were damaged by a villager from an arrow, and that was because they shot it, then all of that information will be passed to any advancements that deal with when the player deals damage. But we're just going to keep the simple case of this, and then we can just go 10, 10, and then it says Cloudwolf blew up. So that's the gist of /damage. I don't think I need to go too much more in depth. Those damage type modifiers are something you can change inside data packs, and so you can change the message that these say. Maybe I'll make a separate video on those, but the general use case of the damage command is as you might expect, with a little bit of extra flavor added on for building big complex systems where you want to simulate things. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.